After watching the previous sessions of this series of Metaphilosophy, and especially after the latest ones dedicated to the basis of classical and modern directions of Western philosophy, you might wonder, what will the philosophy of the future be like? Is there really some kind of progress and continuity within Western philosophy? And what conclusions could we possibly make by learning by the past and the present? The briefest description of the philosophy of the future is the very concept metaphilosophy, that is, philosophy of philosophy, that we introduced during our first session of this series, which in turn is like an organism where all the parts are to be considered as non-distinguishable organs of one wholeness. If talking about progress within Western philosophy, there is a clear development towards introversity, sacrifying what nowadays represent a certain distinguished field of science, clearly separated from philosophy. And the only really philosophical field henceforward is the one concerning philosophical introspection as such. That is when philosophy is at the same time both its subject and object of new insight. On the other hand, all attempts to separate distinguished areas of philosophical thinking related to various scientific fields or even science as such, as the case regarding the discipline called philosophy of science, they are all doomed to lose the wholeness required to maintain the basis of philosophical thinking. Philosophy can only be the question of everything and nothing at the same time, while all the rest, that is, all the particular, is actually the rightful area of science. So, future sustainable philosophy is to be the very self-consciousness of our consciousness. For more concrete preconditions of future philosophy, I recommend to watch the fourth session of this series, called The Fundamental of the Conceptual World.